Alright, hey, we're going to pop the hole here in the cockpit. So this one's pretty easy. Alright, you have most of the geometry drawn. You really just have to do like a quick little offset. And there's an easy tool for that. Alright, so we're still in sketch mode. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to my modify tab. I'm going to click on the offset tool. And I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to offset that circle. I'm going to key in the value that it says, a 0.050 offset. Alright, the only problem with that is it draws a lot of other geometry along with it. Alright, so that's kind of frustrating. So we can go back in and we can like delete some of that stuff. But you do get you do get the one arc that you need. Alright, unfortunately you do have to go back and you have to clean up some of that other stuff. So the computer wants to draw automatically like an offset for that whole loop that we already closed up. So that's a little bit annoying, a little bit frustrating. So you can go back and you can just delete that other geometry. But now we have like our 0.5 inch offset. As far as like where this line is located, like where the bottom of the cockpit and the back of the cockpit are, there's not a lot of information as far as that stuff goes. I think I'm going to keep mine just in line or collinear with like where the top of the nose goes here. I know that's not exactly what it looks like in the plans, but it's a balsa wood glider. It doesn't necessarily matter too much. Alright, and then over here in the back right hand corner, I'm just going to go off of this end point, and we'll just kind of go straight down vertically until we meet that lower line. And then we're just going to use the trim tools to clean everything up. Okay, so we'll just get rid of this extra little line here in the corner, and everything looks pretty good. I don't have, like I said, like dimensions on this line or this line. Technically, like they're purple, and I think that that is okay with me. All right, like we're not too concerned about where that stuff is located. If it was so important, they would have put the dimensions on the original plans. All right. Last thing, I'm going to put a rectangle in here. This one's really easy. You got 2-inch dimension, 2-inch dimension, 0.1875, and a 0.125 that all locate the rectangle. The only thing that might be a little bit confusing on my sketch is I have like this 8-inch dimension that kind of gets in the way. So you can click on the dimension number itself and move it. So we can just kind of get that out of the way so it's not like right in front of us. We can go ahead and we can just draw that rectangle loosely in place where it's going to go and then start to put some dimensions on it. So that one's pretty easy. I'll do 0.125. I'll do 0.1875 up off of the bottom line. And it's going to be 2 inches long. And the front of it's going to be 2 inches off of this little end point right here. Alright. Last thing, you got a little hexagon kind of a shape that's going in the tail. Alright, I'd love to move this dimension. It doesn't seem to want to go, so we can just like maybe delete that. Let's see, can I delete that thing real quick? And then I can just pop it back on like up here just so we have it still like locked in. That works good. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is live streaming something real quick. I'm doing a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds, sorry. And then we are going to, let's see. We are going to go up to our, I got lost here. Somebody came into the room. Sorry about that. Alright. Here we go. So we're going to go into the rectangle tool. I'm going to go down to the polygon button. I need to count the number of sides on the polygon that I'm going to create. I believe it's an 8-sided figure, if I'm correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's 6-sided figure. Alright, sorry about that. So we'll go polygon, we'll make that a 6-sided figure. Alright, and then I'm just going to come back into my drawing. I'll use that polygon tool. I'm creating the center of it, and I'm going to create like a point along the outside. When we put that in place, it looks like it's a little off axis, so we can just go ahead and lock that in using a horizontal line, and then we can place a dimension on it. So I think there's a dimension back on the set of plans. It says it's 0.25 from outside to outside. Alright, and it's going to end up being 1/2 inch for the center of it off of like the bottom edge. So we can just go ahead and put in like a 0.25 dimension here, and then we can put in, I guess it's 0.5 up from this line. Alright, and that kind of locks it in place. Oh, it's missing a dimension east-west or horizontally. I don't know that there is one on there. Alright, so you can just go ahead and you can put in a number that looks like it keeps it in the center. Let's try 0.1875. And that's about right. Okay, I don't know that that dimension was on the plans. Yeah, I don't see it. Alright, so that works for me. And that goes ahead and that creates that balsa wood plain body. Last thing I would do, I would just extrude that out. We want it to be 0.1875, I believe. Let me go back and just check the document real quick. It says it right down here. Nope, 0.125. Alright, so we'll just make that 0.125. And you can even change the material over to wood just so it looks like a balsa wood plane. They don't have balsa wood in here, but yellow pine is pretty close. Alright, you can save that up and turn that in when you get it done.